Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to highlight a free PC game that you can get right now. A little bit of work to getting it, but we'll still give it a mention. And on top of that, some great PC game deals. And as the latter half of the year has been set up with some major releases, I do want to highlight some of the pre-orders that you can get a little bit cheaper if you are interested. So we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Black Desert Online Traveler Edition key giveaway over at the Alienware Arena website. So a little bit of work to get your key of Black Desert. A lot of you guys probably have the game. It's been given away on Steam for free before, so keep that in mind. Of course, Black Desert will be launching Land of the Morning Light, a new region inspired by the dynasty, Korea's last dynasty kingdom, and conceived from ancient myths passed down for generations. So to get your key, create or log into your Alienware Arena account, click the Get Key button, create a Black Desert account, and download the game client on the website, log in and go to the shop, click Redeem Coupon to claim your Traveler Edition, and then you can enjoy your adventure. Black Desert, I'm surprised, still has such a consistent player base, but they're rolling out a ton of new content for the game, so obviously there's people that are super into it. I do know that the game does have quite a bit of pushback because of the microtransaction elements, but what can you do with that? The Land of the Morning Light expansion is $49.99, so it is quite a hefty price point for that expansion, but nevertheless, you can go check that out as well if you do want to. Probably see if you like the base game, and then you can move on into the expansion if you do want. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Alright, moving on from that, let's first highlight some deals on games that are already out. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is 86% off for $6.75 over at Games Planet. This is a great JRPG that I would say, even if you're not the biggest fan of JRPGs, you're still going to end up enjoying it quite a bit. It's got a fantastic art style, that Studio Ghibli look that everybody really gravitates to this game for, and a pretty good story, and yeah, it's a game that a lot of you guys will probably enjoy. Not super difficult to run. I believe it is Steam Deck verified, so you can play it on there. But yeah, $6.75 for a game that's going to give you quite a bit of content as well. It'll keep you busy for a lengthy period of time, so definitely go check that out. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered at $6.75. Next up, Mad Max, 80% off for $3.90. This is kind of a gem of an open world game that is often forgotten about. Now, it had the unfortunate fate of being released on September 1st of 2015, the same day as a little open world game called Metal Gear Solid 5, and even though, you know, at this stage of the game, MGS5 isn't looked back at as the best Metal Gear game, although I do think it's quite good. Leading up to the release of the game, it was gargantuan, but Mad Max came out on the same day, and Mad Max turned out to be a pretty good open-world action game in its own right. I ended up having a really good time with it. You know, narratively it picks up, and from a combat and gameplay standpoint, I thought it was quite good. Is it blow away? No, I wouldn't say that it's worth a full $60, but at $3.90, I think this is a really good deal and definitely would give it a shout. Next up, we have Prey 2017, done by Arcane, the same Arcane team that actually put out Redfall, but yeah, let's just say Prey 2017 is a far better game than Redfall. Prey 2017 is actually a great atmospheric first-person title. Unfortunately, apparently this game did not do all too well from a commercial standpoint, so that was kind of the game's undoing and why we never got a follow-up, and Redfall got greenlit as well. In retrospect, it probably would have been more advantageous to at least get a critically acclaimed title onto Xbox Game Pass like Prey 2, but, you know, what can you do? Hindsight's always 20/20, so I would say still go ahead and check out Prey 2017 because it was a great game. You know, a little bit of length and a good bit of content to it as well. A game that's unfortunately forgotten about quite a bit here, but I really, really did have a good time with it. So definitely go check out Prey, great game there. Next up, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year Edition. Good open world action title. Really, like, a little bit older at this point. I can't believe it's almost been a decade since Shadow of Mordor came out. Yeah, it's been 8.5 years, but that's just wild for me to think about, but it's a great game, great open world action adventure title. You know, if Lord of the Rings Gollum didn't do it for you, Shadow of Mordor probably will. I imagine most of you guys didn't even check Gollum out. Nevertheless, $3.90 for Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, good deal there for sure, and visually holds up really well, given that it is 8.5 years old and should run very well on the Steam Deck on top of that. So definitely a worthwhile game to check out there. Obviously, after you beat Shadow of Mordor, you should play Shadow of War. That is quite a good game as well. And by the way, this is Shadow of Mordor, the Game of the Year edition, so you'll get a lot of the bonus content and all that good stuff. So definitely a good buy there. Lastly, I do want to highlight some upcoming releases. Now, pre-ordering games, not the smartest thing in the world to do, but, you know, these are games I would keep bookmarked if you are interested in them, and then maybe closer to release or once the reviews come out and everything like that, pick them up then, because Green Man Gaming does have good deals on a plethora of pre-orders, and I'll be covering these as we get closer and closer to each game-specific release. So, first of all, Lords of the Fallen is 18% off, and that is down to $49.19. This is called Lords of the Fallen. I guess it's a recreation of the original title. The original game also came out back in like 2014. Gonna be a Souls-like, looks pretty good from what I've seen. Obviously a lot of competition in this space and people are always gonna gravitate towards the FromSoft games, but FromSoft having an off year from a Souls-like title does give Lords of the Fallen an opportunity to come in and be a game that a lot of people check out. But speaking of From Software, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon will be out on August 25th, but it's a Bandai Namco published title, so on Steam it'll unlock at like August 24th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't ask me why they do that, but they do. Armored Core 6 is the return of a franchise that I was a big fan of, and then again, I'm always down for gigantic robots battling it out. I feel like it's something we don't get enough in gaming these days, and Armored Core 6 looks to be a big budget title, and it looks to be the culmination of From Software realizing their potential as a studio. So now, after their years of work on the Souls-like games, them circling back to Armored Core, I think is going to lead it to being a remarkable game, and what I'm seeing thus far is looking really good. A big emphasis on customization, of course, but really excited for that and hoping it turns out well. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, that's out in the end of July, July 26th to be exact, 15% off for $51. I loved Rift Apart. I thought it was a great game. You can say what you want about the price point, and I probably agree with you, given that this game is 2 years old. It's a part of the PlayStation Plus extra game catalog, and you're paying a premium for a 2-year-old game as well, but love me some Ratchet and Clank, thought this game was great, and I will definitely be checking it out. $51 at GMG. Remnant 2, the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, 18% off for $41 as well. This one looks pretty good based on what I'm seeing, and Gunfire Games dropped Remnant from the Ashes, and it ended up being a game that I don't think a lot of people were expecting to be as good as it was, but now they've got Remnant 2. We'll see how this one turns out. It is out July 25th, so that is approaching pretty darn quickly. And then Starfield Premium Edition, gotta give this another shout. 20% off for $79.99, just a steep discount for a game that is seemingly one of the most hotly anticipated games of the year. Given that Starfield Direct happened, and then this game launched to the top-selling title of Steam. Let me see if it's still the top-selling game of Steam. It, in fact, is. So that is with Cyberpunk 2077 being 50% off at $29.99. So, you know, that game is doing fairly well. Phantom Liberty's on sale on Steam now as well. So a lot of crazy stuff happening for the rest of the calendar year for PC gaming as a whole and game releases as a whole. So definitely a lot of reason to be excited. Starfield Premium Edition, $79.99 on that. That does give you 5 days early access to the game. So super excited for that. But that'll do it for me again. Black Desert, free over at Alienware. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch on GameSpot, and a bunch of good deals at Green Man Gaming, from games that are already out in Mad Max, Prey, and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor to upcoming titles Lords of the Fallen, Armored Core 6, Ratchet and Clank, Remnant 2, and Starfield. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.